Warning, this podcast, website, and associated social media accounts are intended for audiences of legal drinking age. We do not advocate overconsumption or the abuse of alcohol. Never drink and drive, drink responsibly. And please remember to always take what we say with a grain of salt. After all, we are just some dudes with some brews.
We started out by crawling out from under the thumb of the man. The lovers of God with dad bods just trying to feed our fam. Go sit right there and grab a beer, you know just what to do. Throw it back, get hammered, and listen to dudes and brews.
All I've posted is a bunch of cartoon characters, and I
Right.
just realized that it's because those are the ones I like.
Right.
But
No, I get that.
yeah, and then she was like, well, "What other ones can you do?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I can." A lot of the ones I was doing was like political stuff, so I was like, "That's not
that's
really,
fine.
It's not really what I want to post."
Dope, man.
Yeah, just
No,
stuff
some
like
of them are
that.
just funny though. Yeah, so it's like
like Trump. And
Yeah, I was going to say
stuff.
Trump. Trump's,
The guy that's on SNL now,
Uh-huh.
not Baldwin, but now, is like phenomenal at
I don't
Trump.
know who it is.
It's like you think you're just watching Trump.
Oh, really?
He sounds exactly like him. It's insane.
I think Jamie Foxx does a pretty good Trump.
Yeah, Jamie
I
Foxx
haven't
does.
seen that.
Really?
No, I
Jamie
haven't
Foxx's
seen-
Trump is good, and
But
so
he's
is,
good.
Shane
He's
Gillis.
pretty good at voices too.
Yeah.
He is.
I like his Dave Chappelle's pretty good too.
Yeah. I have seen that one.
So yeah,
Uh,
he's got a handful of them that are good. Can you talk into your
Yeah.
mic? I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that you're good. And you can move this. There you
Yeah.
go.
Test.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
Mic
going.
check. So,
It's
do
going
you guys know that Jamie Foxx is like almost died?
I did hear about that recently.
No.
That,
He's
that
still in
something
critical
happened.
condition for like 3 weeks now. He had a
What
stroke.
happened? Really?
Yeah, it's not like all the details haven't came out yet, but he was on a movie set. He had a stroke.
Yes, that's what I heard.
They had
Oh,
to bring
damn, I
him
didn't
back
know
to
that.
life, like he died, and they resuscitated him, and now he's been in critical condition for like 3 weeks.
Damn,
the
I did
dude's
not know.
young.
Yeah, he's not very old.
55 years old.
Basically, what you're telling me is what I heard.
I just
Yeah,
turned
that's all. That's
30.
all the details.
Yeah.
I feel old because I just turned 30 like 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
come on.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't feel any older though. It's kind of bull. Like,
Right.
People are like, oh, you're old now. My wife keeps, you're old because she's like 3 years younger than me.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't feel any different than when I was like 20.
Right.
So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
So Korey, I appreciate you coming on the show, hanging with us a little bit. We've got a lot of questions for you. We're gonna play some games later as well. But before we get started, we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna crack open a beer.
All right.
So today we have the light. They just call it their light. It's from Alstadt, but it's a Leichtbeir, which is basically a German-style light lager.
Cool.
Mhm.
So this one crushable at 3.5%. So
Crush. 3.5%.
yeah, I like these guys. We've talked about them a decent amount recently. They've just come up in conversation.
Right.
But their Kolsch is good.
Yeah,
Their we did their Oktoberfest previously.
Oh,
That's good.
I'm gonna foam over here.
They
Man,
I mean,
just
all of
making
their-
a mess already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
all of their beer cans look like different like jousting nights. Like I stand with Light German-Style
It makes you
of
think of like
Elvendor.
what's that place that you go to? You eat chicken and you watch the knights fight.
Oh.
Medieval Times.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is the White Knight from Medieval Times.
White
Medieval
Knight.
Times. Man, that place is cool.
I've never been.
Oh,
I've
it's
heard
great.
nothing but good things, but I just haven't been.
Yeah.
I didn't pour mine correctly. I've got foam like all the way up my cup.
It's all right.
Uh,
It's all right.
It's
That's it's for a foam mustache.
Yeah.
That'll do it for you.
It's funny that you do bring that up with the knights because all their cans are different colors too.
Right. So it's different.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
different
knights,
knights.
different jousters.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I went once. It was actually pretty cool. Because, I mean, you get to root. Anytime you get to yell and root for somebody, that's always fun.
And you eat with your hands.
You do eat with your hands, but it's just
Yeah.
like you get like this. It almost seems like a lead plate. It's just like this lead plate with a
Yeah.
chicken leg.
It's like ginormous.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
just made out of some kind of lead. I don't know if that's good to eat off of, but And then you have to yell out winch. I think maybe that's just what I did.
That sounds just like
Maybe that's just what I did. But I remember there's a lot of winch yelling and calling her a winch and saying
really?
like, "Bring me, fill my beer" or whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah, you get into character.
That's great. Yeah, it sounds like something that you would definitely do is get into character.
They have one in Tennessee too, but it's totally like it's basically the same thing, but it's north and south. It's like Civil War. I don't know if they still have it, but they had it like 10 years ago.
Nice.
We went to that, my dad and my mom and me, and my dad and both my parents actually got to be in the show.
Oh, cool.
So they had to do some kind of like told them they were going to do horse racing. And my dad, my grandpa was a world champion trick roper. So my dad rode by and like he roped the horses and stuff. So yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, I can do that."
He's like, "It's my
well." Then it ends up being
days."
stick horses.
Oh,
it's not the same thing.
Oh no!
It was funny though.
They set him up.
So it is a thing. It's the Middle Tennessee Civil War show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happens in December. Okay, in Franklin.
Mm-hmm. Look at how the banner has like that helicopter.
Yeah, I don't know what this website's for, but
Okay, so it's other stuff too.
yeah, this is just
Like,
a
that's
random
strange.
website.
Like
Yeah.
they're just coming in with the helicopter. Like wrong decade, wrong war.
Yeah, it's like a random website, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun though. It's in Franklin, Tennessee.
Yeah, at the Williamson County Ag Expo Park.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
It's kind of like on Cable Guy. Remember they bring him down. They get to go down there. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah, but they go to medieval times, don't they?
it is medieval
Yeah,
times.
yeah, I was gonna
and then
say.
they joust against each other. Or they don't
Yeah.
even joust. They straight like sword fight. Because I remember Jim Carrey was getting in his face, and he's like blocking with the shield.
Right. Right, man, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
If the kids went down a rabbit hole of watching like comedy movies.
Uh-huh.
We went through a couple of the Jim Carrey ones, like
Mhm.
Liar Liar and The Mask.
Man, they used to make so many of those kinds of movies, and now they don't.
They're just
you
yeah.
think
I mean,
about
they
it,
try
like-
to make comedies, but they're like raunchy comedies became popular in the early 2000s, and they just
Yeah.
stuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those comedies aren't doing very well anymore, so it's almost like the end of comedy movies in general.
And maybe Burt Kreischer will bring it back with The Machine.
That Machine movie. I don't know. I'm not sold on that movie.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch
Do you
it.
know the movie?
No.
Oh.
No.
We talked about it on here. He told me about it. It's now getting to a point where there's trailers that came out for it.
Well, I see trailers on Hulu now.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that Cocaine Bear. I haven't watched it though.
Oh, I mean that's the.
I watched it.
Is it
Oh,
funny?
did you- haven't seen
Dude, it was actually hilarious. It was
Okay.
great. Within the first 5 minutes, you realize how outlandish it is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The thing that shocked me the most is it's not like I thought it was gonna be a bear who gets a hold of cocaine, but it's a bear who keeps going back for more cocaine. He like re-ups the whole movie. The whole movie is just him
What?
constantly
He just keeps
doing more
going more.
cocaine and acting
guy.
wild.
Oh my lord.
So I'm gonna send you a video, dude.
Okay.
Let me pull it up because the cocaine bears reminded me of this.
Like the way that I understood it is that that's exactly what was going to happen is that he would go in and find like a stash of cocaine, and
Yeah.
that he got like real high and felt invincible and started just
Like,
mauling everybody.
Mauling everybody and
Yeah, but
chasing
he
them.
keeps going back for the cocaine. Is even funny.
Dude, it's hilarious. The whole movie is just
Where
like
he just goes and gets a line and then
or gets like a whole package of it.
It's
and
like,
then more and more. It's crazy.
it's like Yogi Bear and his picnic baskets.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
But like I don't even want to give away the opening scene. The opening scene is just so hilarious. The first time you see the bear, it's so outlandish that it's just like, okay, this is a different kind of movie.
Really.
Yeah.
So while you find that, send
Okay,
it to
I
me
got it.
and we'll check it out here in a little bit. But man, you do voice acting.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right.
So how long have you been doing voice acting?
Well, I've always done voices, but actually trying to get into it as a profession about 6 months.
Okay. And what got you into it? Just you saw something funny and was like, I think I can do that.
No, well, as a kid, yeah, that's what I did. Was I loved cartoons, I loved shows and TV shows and stuff. So I think where I really started hearing voices and going, wow, this is what it really interests me is Looney Tunes,
Okay.
because Mel Blanc is like phenomenal.
That's the guy who does the voices.
All of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's one guy.
Yeah, it's pretty much one guy that does all of the Looney Tunes that you grew up
Mhm.
with. Like he
Nice.
was awesome. He started out on Jack Benny. It was a
I'm not
TV
familiar
show
with Jack
way
Benny.
back in the day.
Yeah, Jack Benny. I've never watched it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
It's old.
But yeah,
so Bugs, Daffy, Porky Pig, Tweety, Sylvester. He does it literally.
Dude,
he
all.
literally
it
does
sounded
all
like
of
you
them.
said pulled porky pig. It sounded like you said pulled pork.
No, Donald Duck, Porky Pig.
Like a pulled pork sandwich.
He also was Barney on the Flintstones.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right there it says the Flintstones.
Yeah, and he was
kids. Captain Caveman.
He was in everything, man. Like he was like the cartoon character, like cartoon voice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So like he's like the pinnacle of voice acting, really. Like that's who you want to. Nobody's ever gonna probably be as good as him, because he
Right.
just did so many voices like over the years. It was insane.
Okay. So would you say that he's your North Star or like voice hero?
Yeah, I think he probably anybody that's in voice acting. That's probably. I mean, that's like the go-to. He's probably as
Nice.
best as you're ever gonna get. But beyond that, like Billy West. I don't know if you know who that is. He's the guy that does all the Futurama voices.
I was going to ask. Who's
He
the guy
does-
that does Fry? 'Cause
He
does
does
a lot of them.
He does
Oh,
Doug.
yeah.
He did Doug back in the day. He did Ren and Stimpy. So
Wow.
all of those characters, like
it's
that.
crazy that
all
there's like
him.
one guy who does so many of them.
Yeah,
It's like he's got.
yeah.
like
He's Fry,
this guy, Ren and
Zoidberg,
Stimpy, Ren and Stimpy,
Zap Brannigan.
He does Buzz for the Honey Nut
Elmer
Cheerios.
Fudd.
Yeah, he's the Red M&M too.
The Red M.
Has always has been, and Honey Nut Cheerio.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So is that when you say like going professional? Is that what it looks like to you? Is like
Yeah.
to try to get into like a commercial or something?
Yeah, that's. I mean, a lot of voice acting is like commercials.
Yeah.
Like you're the person you're hearing on a commercial, like Ford. You know that.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say,
what. That's a lot of it, but
Yeah.
that's what you do to sustain us. Bring in money, but the other stuff is what you want to do, like the
Yeah.
animation and stuff. But that's not always available.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So would voice acting also be that guy that reads the disclaimer real fast as at the end of the commercials?
yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
And like I'm sure there's a technique to reading really fast like that.
There's a
without-
guy. If you look it up, there's
Uh-huh.
a guy. I can't remember his name, but he's like if you look up the fastest talker or something like that, he was the guy that did all of those commercials back in the day, and he talks like so. Yeah, that's him.
Steve.
He
Whitmore.
talks so fast, it's insane. Like
Now
look-
they could just fast
I
forward.
think
Yeah.
I've seen like shorts of this guy, like
Yeah.
reels.
that video there where the world's fastest talking man sings Michael Jackson. That's hilarious. Like because he's just saying it so fast,
Sings Michael Jackson's Bad.
and then when you slow it down, like with the speed thing on
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you hear he's saying all of it.
Wow.
But it does. It sounds like he's skipping stuff because
see
he's
what
just so
we got here.
fast.
Sings the entire song in 20 seconds.
Could you imagine? He said 500 words in a minute.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
He is the guy that does the disclaimers at the end of the
Yeah,
commercials.
that's
That definitely
basically
sounds like
him. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here with
I
this.
want to hear him and Eminem go toe to toe.
Yeah, that would
He
be
sounds
funny.
like Eminem.
He almost sounds like an auctioneer to me.
Yeah, or an auctioneer. Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that song "Rap God"?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
there's
the
a
one.
part.
sure.
There's a part of that song that sounds just like that right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so some of those dudes are doing the same thing. They're just doing it to a beat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Twista.
Oh
That dude's
yeah.
fast.
That's old school. Twista.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Twista. Busta Rhymes had some really fast raps.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes.
Those are the two that I can think
That's
of.
honestly, those are the two I could think of too. Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem just is still doing it. That Rap God song is not that old.
Yeah, like 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy that did that does Fry
Yeah.
in Futurama. He's one that I had heard of. That's supposed to be like
Yeah.
the
Billy
real
West.
deal.
So he's the reason I started doing it and making these videos and everything because he saw one of my videos
Oh,
that I
cool.
made 14 or 15 years ago.
Oh,
I
really?
totally forgot about it. Like I used to make YouTube videos when I was in high school, and I'd
Uh-huh.
put them up there, and I just hadn't done it in like 10 or 12 years. And then during COVID, they had he was on some like Variety. They had a video where they were like rate some people doing impersonations of your characters,
Uh-huh.
and I was doing Doug.
Oh, and you were
and
on
he
the
was
variety
like-
show. Wow.
Well, yeah, and he was like giving me compliments, like, "Man, that's really good," you know.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there going, when I saw this, and I'm like, "Damn it, this is like a really old. I'm so much better at this now."
Yeah.
Like I was like 13 or 14 then,
Oh, jeez.
but I was like, "Dang," you know. When I saw that, I was like, "Well, you know, my family and everybody was like, you're really good at these voices and stuff. You should do something with it." They always have said that,
Right.
But I'm like, these are just people that care about me. That
Yeah.
they're just
Yeah.
telling me that. But then when I heard Billy West say that, I was like, wait a minute. And then
That's cool.
there's been several of those kinds of things. Like Billy West saw that, and then when I've started posting these videos on Instagram and stuff, there's Bob West, another West, the guy that played Barney, the original Barney voice.
Oh, okay.
He reached out to me and
friends?
was like, he was like, hey, the Barney voice is really darn good, is what he said. And he sent me like paragraphs worth of like, here's how to get into voice acting. Here's how to do this.
Oh,
here's how to do
really?
that. Yeah, and I am kind of family friends with the lady that played Baby Bob on Barney.
You're kind of family.
Like,
what?
That's great.
Well, no, seriously, like
That's like the most random thing.
it is.
Yeah.
She lives in Whitewright.
I've actually heard this. Now that you say that, I've heard this from somebody.
Yeah, and she lives in Whitewright, and her my family, my aunt and my uncle were like really close with her.
Yeah.
And so
Wow.
I've seen her multiple times throughout the years. Like most of the time it's at funerals, which is kind of sad.
Oh,
but,
no. Yeah.
But she's in like plays and stuff and does Broadway.
Yeah, because I think Barney was it was a Dallas show, right?
It was based out of
Plano, actually.
Allen.
Yeah, I remember I saw the documentary.
Yeah, it was
recently.
an Allen. Yeah, the I Love You, You Hate Me.
Yeah.
I watched that too. But yeah, it's
it was like a documentary.
Yeah, it's interesting.
it just came out.
It's
Yeah,
kind
like,
of sad.
Oh,
it is.
Okay.
But yeah, he's reached out to me. He's like, here's how you get into voice acting and all that. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And so yeah, he's been messaging me back and forth and telling me like, here's the steps you need to go to get a demo. You need to do this. You need to go pitch these to agencies and stuff. So that's where I'm kind of working on right now. I just got my vocal booth built and I'm gonna start recording some demos and stuff.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
So far, I've just been doing like YouTube videos and Instagram and stuff.
So like, did you start doing voices of just shows you liked, or was it?
Yeah.
Or did you do a bunch of research to go? Oh, I think I can do these. Oh no, I suck at that. Let me try something else.
I'm kind of more of a mimic in a way. Like
Okay.
I can hear something, and if it's within a certain pitch range, like I
Uh-huh.
can usually kind of sound like it. But some of them are a lot easier than others. But like, I would say like the one that I wanted to like, I was like, this is a voice I've got to learn how to do was Bugs Bunny,
Okay.
and it's hard. It's
What
a
makes
lot
it hard?
harder than you think because it's not a straight accent. It's a Brooklyn and a Bronx accent, which are not exactly the same.
It's
They're
a Brooklyn
close.
and a Bronx
Yeah,
accent.
it's
Wow,
close.
you're in the detail. You're in the weeds here.
Yeah, it's
I just know
close.
New York.
Yeah, it's close, but there's differences. And
Yeah.
I couldn't really even tell you, but exactly what all the differences are. But they're not like if you looked up Brooklyn accent, it's not the same as a Bronx accent.
Yeah.
They're slightly different.
Wow.
I would have never even thought. Like I said, I just think New York, and it covers all the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I always
all
thought
the areas.
Brooklyn was the Bronx.
yeah, but they're
I
next
just-
to each other.
Okay. I just don't. I've never been to New York or anything, but I just honestly always thought
I
that.
can't even type. The
I
New
know,
York
like
districts.
Wash Heights, yeah, stuff like that.
But yeah, there's an interview of Mel Blanc where he's talking about how he came up with the voices of
Uh-huh.
Bugs and some of those. And with Bugs, he was like, they told him it was a tough stinker. Was what their description, a tough little stinker.
Okay.
And so he's like, I took a Brooklyn and the Bronx. Those are both tough voices. And he's like,
Okay.
So I put the two of them together, Doc, and that's how I got the voice for Bugs.
yeah, that's what he says.
Nice.
And I'm like, that's great, you know.
Nice.
But yeah,
weird.
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't even sound real, does it?
It doesn't. It was weird. It sounded like it came from somewhere else.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite. Like that voice was so like, when I first started doing it, I could not do it at all.
Yeah.
And I started trying to learn it when I was like 12 or 13, and the way I learned it was, I was like, I've got to get it as perfect as I can. So I was like recording my voice, and then basically I would play a Mel Blanc recording from the show, and then I would record it, me doing the same line, and then I'd just compare them and be like, okay, something's still wrong.
Yeah.
And then I just did that for like a month.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, and then it was like I can do his lines, but being able to take it and then just say anything in that voice.
That's challenging.
That's the other thing. That's one of the, like with Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I've been trying to learn how to do those voices. Like I can do Rick, but it's like I can't really I can do lines,
Uh-huh.
but then when I start trying to say anything in that voice, I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
So it's like harder.
So I got an impression. You guys want to hear
Yeah,
mine?
go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. It's funny you said there's only like a certain thing I can say with it, but
Yeah.
it's a Mickey Mouse one. Now
All right.
I'm feeling too much pressure now.
You're the one that put yourself into the fire.
I don't know
not
why I
me.
did it, but I was just thinking I got to do it. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. Let's just move on. I got mic fright.
Oh, come on there. I know you can do that.
Okay, maybe you're lighting a fire under me. I'm hearing the Mickey voice, and it's pumping me up.
Boy is like mainly what he says.
Let me just close my eyes. Me get in the character here.
He's going to meditate on it first, guys.
Okay. You can't go fishing with me, Pluto. I'm going fishing with Goofy.
There you go.
Was that like a C, a D?
Yeah, that's not bad.
The eyes being closed did not help at all. It's you're like, this is just weird.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right, that was it. That's what I got.
But yeah, that was the voice. Bugs Bunny was the one I was like, I've got to learn how to do this. It's like my favorite character of all time.
He's kind of got a 50s mob boss, we were like,
in a way. Yeah, when you
it's like a cigar's in his mouth.
What's cool, like, and a lot of times, like with one of the things I've been taking some classes and stuff online, of voice acting classes and stuff, and one of them is like, when it comes to like creating new voices, you can take an already established voice and then just change the pitch.
Yeah.
So like you can take Bugs Bunny and be like,
yeah, what's up, Doc?
And you can take it and go be like, hey, what's up, Doc? It's the same voice, but it's just a different pitch.
Right.
And so but it sounds like two totally different characters.
It does, yeah.
So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, it's funny that you were saying mimicking or saying the lines that those in particular characters say, because it, like, the only thing I can think of that a guy that does this kind of stuff and does like conversation with himself is like the ventriloquist
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham, because he like talks with himself, but he's talking in two different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I first was thinking, I wonder if these guys do it. I'm like, oh, hell no, they record everything.
There's a lot more into that and into ventriloquism than I thought. Like,
no, I'm just referring to the voices and just going back and forth from one voice to another and having a conversation kind of with yourself and two different characters.
Yeah. You can't, and that's a skill too, is like learning how to jump between two different things like real fast.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting skill to try to learn.
Right.
Yeah, and I showed how hard that was because when I tried to jump into my Mickey Mouse, it was a catastrophe.
One of the best.
Let's just call it what it was. That was a disaster back there.
I learned one of the things when I was trying to learn how to do like just that, like jump between a voice and stuff, is Bugs and Daffy.
Okay.
Because they're very different.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
So you're that like
yeah, what's up, Doc? What's up? What are you talking about? What's up?
That kind of stuff. And then like
Wabbit sleeping. Duck season. Wabbit sleeping.
I'm spitting everywhere.
No, you're fine.
Dude, you have to spit.
Yeah, you gotta spit with that one. That's like required.
So, would you say Bugs was the hardest one to learn?
Yeah, and I'm trying to learn how to do Bob from Bob's Burgers and Archer.
Okay.
That I have not got that down at all. That's been a difficult one for me too.
His voice just sounds like some random guy that just walked in and just talks like that.
It's his normal voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing a voice.
That's what it sounds like.
Because it's exactly the same from like Archer and Bob's Burgers and...
Oh, it's the same guy. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, so if you like... There's actually a scene on Family Guy, because he also plays a guy on Family Guy, and he does the same voice. And so he's like, look, I'm going to do some impressions, and he's like, hey, I'm Bob from Bob's Burgers, and then here, and he's just doing the same voice. And he's like, hi, I'm Archer.
It's weird that
he's a strange-looking guy too, but
he looks like somebody I've seen.
Yeah, he's.
It's weird that once you put an animation over a voice, somehow it changes. Like, it's weird how the visual mixed with the voice, like, it changes the voice.
Right.
The same way that, like, when you watch a movie and you're like, who's voicing this? And then once you finally, like, look it up on IMDb, you're like, oh, yeah, now I can't unsee it.
Exactly.
But at first, it's like, and they're just doing their normal voice.
That's a weird skill that I have. Like, I can hear a voice and kind of know who it is pretty fast. Yeah. Without ever having to look it up. It drives my wife crazy because she'll be like, she'll be like, who is this? Who is that doing the voice? And I was like, I already know who it is. She's like, who? And I was like, I told her, and she's like, no, that's not right. That's not right. And it's not like them doing their normal voice. It's like doing a character voice. And I'm like, no, that's such and such. That's who that is. And then she'll be like, oh, no, there ain't no way. And then she'll look it up and she'll be like, dang, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't figure that stuff out sometimes. Like, I'm thinking now, and like, unless I would have known that Mila Kunis was Meg, I don't know that I would have ever figured that one out.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's who it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like Seth Green is Chris.
Mm-hmm.
On what?
On Family Guy.
Oh, Seth Green, yeah. I was thinking Seth Rogen. I'm like, what? On Family Guy? But yeah, Seth Green.
Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong in the new Mario movie.
He is, I know.
He was pretty good.
I saw that. I got my feelings about that. I liked the movie, but I kind of thought the Donkey Kong stuff just took away from the storyline.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. So.
But they were really wanting him to be the comedic, like lighthearted thing to bring the story down a little bit, but it just took too much away from the story.
Right. I liked that movie though.
I did too.
I took my daughter. It was her first movie in the theater.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. So we went, and I took my brother took his son because they're like 3 months apart.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. Neither one of them had been to a movie before, so we all just went together, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How old is she?
She's 2.5. She'll be 3 in August.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So she's
You got her to sit through that whole movie.
She did.
That is a win.
Cricket set. We took all of our girls and
cricket
cricket set through it, and I have a daughter who's 2 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh dang.
It keeps your attention. It's real colorful.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anything that's like that. Like my daughter likes the Adam West Batman.
Oh,
because
really?
it's so bright and colorful.
Oh, yeah.
And so she'll be like, Daddy, you want to watch Batman?
No, that's
like,
sweet.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think also the new recliners make it easier because when you put it out, it's not easy for your kid to just climb down.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of like, feel like they're up on something. And like, no. It gives you some time to smack them back a little bit.
Right. So Bugs being the hardest, what would you say was the easiest to learn?
Oh, man. It's weird. Some of the voices that I can like hear it and I'll just be like, immediately I can almost sound exactly like it. But some of them are obscure stuff. Like people wouldn't even know what the hell it is.
Okay.
Like there's a guy on, I don't know if you remember the show Lois and Clark.
I never watched it, but I know what it
was. It was a Superman show.
It was like a WB.
But I never watched it, yeah.
It was way back in like the 90s.
Oh, all those WB shows. Damn.
Yeah. It was romance, superhero.
Yeah. It was a good, but the guy that plays Perry White in the Daily Planet, I don't have any clue what his name is, but it's off of Lois and Clark. It's Lewis, not Lois.
Yep, you're right. It's spelled Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, that guy. What's his name? Lane Smith.
Oh, this guy, yeah. He's been in a bunch of movies.
I can do his voice, but nobody knows who it is.
Right.
He's like, well, listen here, Clark. And he's just real. He's like, instead of, and originally in the Superman cartoons, it was like, Great Caesar's Ghost was what he always said.
Oh, yeah.
And then this one, it's like, Great Shades of Elvis. You're like, oh my gosh. He's got like Elvis pictures in his office in every scene that he's in.
So this is a live action TV show.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. I mean, it's better than you would think.
So you can do his impersonation. Is there any other like famous actors you can do impersonations of?
I don't know.
I know what I've seen online has been a lot of like cartoon stuff.
Yeah. I can do Adam West pretty good.
Okay.
You know, he's in Family Guy.
Right.
But
he plays the mayor.
Yeah, he's the mayor.
Adam West?
Yeah.
The Batman?
Mayor Adam West, yeah.
Adam West is in Family Guy too. He's the mayor.
I never watched Family Guy. I hate that show.
Really?
Yeah. I've always hated it. I've hated the baby. Dude, Stewie.
Stewie.
Everybody loves Stewie, and it's like because I hated him so much I couldn't watch it.
Seth MacFarlane does a lot of those characters too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he does almost all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie with him, The Million Ways to Die in the Wild West?
I started watching that, but I never finished it.
It's funny.
I've seen commercials for it, and it just didn't pique my interest.
Yeah, even if you don't like Western movies, it's just really funny.
Oh, okay.
There's like a cutaway scene, kind of like they do in Family Guy, where he just is outside in the middle of the night, and he sees like this barn, and there's like blue lights flickering from it, and he goes over there, and it's Doc Brown.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually Christopher Lloyd. He's like,
nice.
a weather experiment, you know.
Did he say it like in Family Guy? He's like, well, that reminds me of the time when I ran into Doc
No,
Brown.
No, it's not like that.
That's
like literally the whole show.
That's Family Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that time that I didn't, you know, it's like whatever.
And then it just does a flashback
cuts away.
and punchline.
Yeah.
Right. So I know because when it comes to music, I'm into a lot of metal, and I know these guys that scream, they have to do it in a certain way where it doesn't hurt their voice. So like if you do like somebody with like a real deep, like kind of raspy, almost like smoker's voice, do you have to do it a certain way that you don't destroy your voice?
Yeah, Yosemite Sam, when I did the video for Yosemite Sam and Bugs on there, it was like I did so many takes trying to make sure I got the best one, you know? Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was like my voice was like I'd been swallowing razor blades for like
so it was killing you.
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
Okay.
It's tough. Yeah,
there's a lady that I wonder if this would work for voice acting. There's a lady that trains a bunch of like metal screamers. She has like a series called the Zen of Screaming. She's like this old lady, and she just explains like how to do it the right way without.
I know. Old lady screaming. That would be a band I'd watch. I'd see them. Some like 70, 80-year-old woman. That'd
be hilarious.
Death metal.
Yeah, it just makes me wonder if this is something that would work for like voice acting as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
I'm sure there's certain techniques, but this is the lady that does it.
Oh, she's not nearly as old as I thought you were.
No,
yeah, you said like old lady.
I was thinking like some like old granny.
I mean, I don't.
No, this is just an old rocker.
She's older. I mean, she does like this is Randy Blythe, the singer for Lamb of God, like the guy from Under Oath.
Oh yeah.
Suicide Silence, like
the same guy from Under Oath is from Lamb of God.
No, she trains these guys.
Okay.
So yeah, she trains name a band that has screaming in it. I'm sure that they've done like coaching with her. So. If you have problems with Yosemite Sam destroying your voice,
it's only if you do it for extended amounts of time.
Yeah. Kind of like the guy Chester Bennington. Remember, he had to have voice surgery because of his singing style, because he screams. I mean, Miley Cyrus, listen to her now. She sounds like Froggy from what is it? The Little Rascals. Yeah, she sounds just like Froggy.
The memes that they've made, like where she's like talking and then they compare it to something else.
Yeah, they'll cut in
great.
Froggy.
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So
another voice that's hard on doing that is Rick from Rick and Morty, because he's very raspy. If you don't.
Really, that's a show I never got into.
Really?
I mean, I've heard it's great.
I watched some of it, but I don't watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a lot of cartoons when I was a kid.
Like, me too, when I was a kid, but now I don't as much
Rick
anymore.
and Morty's funny. It's a good one.
I've watched like entire seasons of Rick and Morty, like the first couple of seasons.
The first couple are my favorite. They're better. And then the guy that played Justin Roiland, they like kicked him off the show.
You get in trouble for like beating his wife or something?
The main guy?
Yeah, the guy that does the voices.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he does Rick and Morty, and they kicked him off the show. But then
now's your chance. You should have moved in for the kill. Job opening. Yeah.
Like, oh, geez, Rick. I don't know about this.
You got to set up a scandal for the guy who replaced him.
You know, Morty.
Yeah, that's like good.
Is it good? I don't know.
Like it.
Yeah, it's this guy right here, right?
Yeah, Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
But then all the they fired him because he was like facing some accusations.
Yeah,
and
for
stuff.
domestic battery.
And then all the charges were dropped. But then they haven't given him his job back, obviously, so I don't know.
Well, I heard that he was also kind of an asshole with the studio, so they're like, oh, you beat your wife, it's an allegation, let's get you out of here. And then didn't want him back because even if they were all dropped, but I'm not trying to make light of what happened, but still.
Let's go down to the filmography. What's that Tenacious D movie, Time Fixers? I've never even heard of this.
It's a short film.
He played Abe Lincoln in it.
Wait. Stars Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
What?
This is wild.
No, I actually really like Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. That's like
it was pretty good.
It's a great movie. Like, it didn't do well at all in the theater, but like it's like become like a.
I think it's a cult classic like it
now,
did really good DVD sales.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Gonna say it's got David Grohl in it.
Yeah,
so he's a huge David Grohl fan.
It also
I love how you full named him and called him David.
Yeah, David Grohl.
I think it has Ronnie James Dio in it too, right?
Yeah, Dio's in it.
Oh yeah,
he comes out of that poster.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Are you a Dio fan?
I mean, they're all right.
Yeah,
like,
it's not your genre.
What is it? Heaven and Hell is the band that he was in, right?
Yeah, and Rainbow.
Oh yeah.
And then he was also he was in
80s hair metal.
Yeah, he's like a legend.
Yeah, he took over for Ozzy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for Iron Maiden, or not Iron Maiden. Good lord.
Yeah, not
Iron Maiden.
For Black Sabbath. Yeah.
Black Sabbath. Yeah.
Yeah, this is some sort of a short film.
Yeah.
So
it seems like it's almost the same storyline as Pick of Destiny. Actually, no. It says it was like a download. The second half could only be accessed after pre-ordering the album Pick of Destiny. It's crazy.
Huh. Yeah. Jack Black is a gift.
Oh, Jack Black's great. Speaking of Mario, he was great.
I heard
he was so good.
He does really good.
And then that song, the Peaches song.
That song is so big. My kids love it.
Oh, really?
Dude, they sing it all the time. It's so
played
stupid.
that for my dad. And he was like, "This is like terrible." I was like, "What are you talking about? This is great."
Right.
Oh, I know.
And he was like, "No."
I showed them a video of actual Jack Black singing it because he did a music video where he's kind of dressed up like Bowser.
He looks like Elton John.
Yeah, it's like an Elton John version of Bowser.
Yeah,
It's
he's
Bowser
got like
John.
bedazzled stuff all on, and
Oh, I think I've seen this, and
It's
he's just
funny.
wearing like something over his head that
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
Bowser, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
And they were just like laughing so hard about just what Jack Black looks like.
Right.
I'm like, what's so funny about that?
I mean,
But-
again, he's a treasure.
Yeah, he's great.
He needs to be, bottle him up or something.
another voice actor that's good is Mark Hamill, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
Oh,
because
wasn't
was
he
Luke
in, like-
Skywalker,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden he's the Joker.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a
he's
Joker
the
in the
Joker.
Batman the Animated Series,
Yeah, and
right?
he's
Yeah, that's what I was
phenomenal
thinking.
as the Joker, and all the Arkham games. And
Yeah, in the games he played.
He's,
Oh, was he in the games too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, he
know
played
that.
Joker.
and Mark Hamill's awesome.
And that's what the games were awesome actually because it's like legit. They
Yeah.
had legit characters, legit
And
stories.
Kevin Conroy, the
Yeah, he's known
Batman,
as
he-
one of the greatest Jokers
Yeah.
oh yeah,
because
He
of
is.
what he did in
yeah.
the animated
the
series.
voice of Joker, that's pretty much just Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
It's whenever I think of Joker, that's who it is. I mean, a lot of people would say Heath Ledger, but no.
No, come on.
No,
I know. I think everybody
Mark
wants
Hamill
to
is
think
so
Heath
good.
Ledger was the best ever, but it's just because of everything that happened around that.
Yeah,
That's what
The
I say.
method acting.
Yeah. Looks like he did a bunch of Marvel stuff and DC stuff. Nice.
Uh-huh. He played Maximus. Claw.
He was in
Yeah, he plays all
Avatar.
the like
Totally last
obscure bad guys. Spectre and Batman Brave and the Bold. Yeah.
there's a my daughter's really into Scooby Doo, and so there's an episode of like they had the newer series Guess Who, Scooby Doo and Guess Who,
Uh-huh.
and it's like every week. It was like the old Scooby Doo movies where they'd have like a guest every week. And one of them is Mark Hamill's in one of them, but he's in one of them as the Joker, and then like 2 weeks later he's Mark Hamill,
Oh yeah.
and he makes a reference to it. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, you're the gang that helped defeat the Joker, and they're like, oh, how did you know about that? He's like, I have my connections, and he starts laughing like the Joker, and then he's like, oh, sorry,
Oh
throw it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
it's good.
That's
They paid
that's
off.
really good writing.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever they
Tie-in
tie it in
stuff.
together, yeah, they bring the universe together. So you're getting ready to create a resume and everything and put
Yeah.
stuff out. Like, where can people reach out to you if they want to book you on for like
Oh yeah,
some of their stuff?
Well, I have a link tree that has everything.
And that's on your
it's-
Instagram, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I'll
just
make sure to put it
basically
in
just
the-
Linktree, and then it's /Korey Durham Voices. Basically, on everything, it's Korey Durham Voices.
Korey Durham Voices. All right. So I'll make sure to put a link for everything in the description. Everybody needs to check it out.
Get a personal message from your favorite character.
Yeah.
Oh,
do
is this
those?
like
Yeah,
a
I had-
cameo?
Yeah, but it's just not through Cameo.
Okay.
It's just direct, like through me, basically. But yeah, you go on there, and it's like, I figure most people are not going to do the video message because it's not
Right.
about that, But yeah, I had a handful of people that were like on Facebook. They were like, hey, you should do like a message like on my birthday or something.
Yeah, that's a good
Right.
idea.
And so I've gotten a couple, but it's not like a big money maker or anything.
Right.
So
I'm gonna
this
think about
is
it.
this is hilarious, okay? Because it makes me think. I always think like the original, like what we sing for Happy Birthday is real like somber and kind of depressing.
Yeah.
So there was this Trevor Noah had this joke one time where he talked about being, or it was really a story, not necessarily a joke, but where he was talking about like being a kid in South Africa and like growing up before he got into like grade school. He didn't know the Happy Birthday song. Like the song that his mom would show him is an old Donald Duck song. And so when he went to school for the first time and they're singing like this real sad song, he's like, "This is so dumb."
Yeah.
And then he shows the fun Donald Duck version. So the first question is can you do a Donald Duck impression? And then second, you do that song.
No, I'm not really able to do Donald Duck. I've never really tried. I was not like a huge Disney fan. I mean, I like some Disney stuff. Like I like the old like the Disney movies that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But lately, I'm not really that. To me, there's not a lot of good ones that have come out. Maybe it's just because until like the last 2 years, I haven't had a kid, so
Most of them.
I'm not really I'm not really watching them.
Moana's good. Check out Moana. You'll like it.
That one.
Okay. So let's get into some games. It's funny that you guys bring this up.
Okay.
Because this was something I was wanting to do, which is a great debate of
Moana?
No.
Yeah. Great debate.
What's the best cartoon film?
Okay.
What's your favorite cartoon
time?
film? Because like when I think about it, I have like traditional Disney. That's my
metal.
favorite. And then jeez. And then
Are you gonna give us some options or? To
no,
debate
I
on?
just
We
didn't
gotta
know.
come up with.
We just
one.
gotta
so
come up
originally, what I was thinking was like, personally, it's your dog and pick Disney right now, which is it's not what I was expecting. So
Disney.
I was originally going to ask like, what's your favorite Disney Pixar film?
Oh, I love Pixar movies, but I don't really consider it all Disney. I mean, it is Disney, but
no,
I kind of think of them
separate the
different.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but if you
all
start
the
with
Toy
what's your
Story
favorite,
movies.
would
Toy
be
Story. Yeah, it's my favorite Pixar.
I would
Probably
say-
the original or the second one. They're both good.
Yeah, the Toy Story movies are like the best Pixar movies, hands down.
No, I disagree with you.
Why? Which one do you think?
It's Monsters Inc.
Oh, Monsters Inc.'s good too.
It's good.
It's the ending is what makes that movie so good.
Yeah.
The very end.
Wazowski. The whole thing.
It's at the very end when like they destroy the door, and then they're doing laughs, and Mike hands Sully the last piece to the door.
Oh
He
yeah.
puts
yeah.
the piece into the door, opens the door, and you just see his facial expression get so excited when that little girl says "kitty."
Yeah.
Yeah, that tugs at my heart every time.
A single
Every time.
tear runs down your cheek
every
every
time.
time. The second one was pretty good too, though. Monsters University.
Yeah, it was fun. It didn't tug at my heartstrings quite as
No,
much,
it's
but
not.
it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun for sure. And then pure Disney films. I'll say mine is Princess and the Frog, and it's because I really liked the music.
That's a good one.
I
yeah.
like Princess and the Frog.
I'll tell you one that scared the
Like the
hell
jazz.
out. It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Was Pinocchio.
Okay.
Because of the whole donkey thing.
Yeah,
When
I
he's
was gonna
trying-
say.
yeah, but I didn't really understand it when I was a little kid, and I was like, so for a while when I was like not a teenager, but like when I was a little kid, I was like afraid of playing pool because I thought that was why they were turned into donkeys. I didn't correlate.
Yeah,
that they're
weird.
drinking and smoking. That's what they're saying is bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was literally like,
It wasn't
oh
very
my god,
clear.
it's pool.
Yeah, it
can't
wasn't
play
clear.
pool.
I thought it was the water or something, like it was in the water. Yeah. But what's funny is I rewatched the Pinocchio movie because the new Pinocchio was coming out, and I wanted to watch them kind of hand in hand. And that movie's weird, man.
It is very weird.
It's weird to be like, I want this kid so bad, and then the kid's there, and then you're like, all right, go to school, and then you just want to shove him out the door immediately and just shove him into the world, and then spend the rest of the movie looking for him. It's like, what?
Well, and
Send him
it's
to
weird.
school, guy.
It's
Why'd
actually,
you send him to school?
It's a weird movie, but it's tame compared to the original stories. I don't know if you've ever read the story, but
No.
they're
like
insane,
a European
man.
story or something.
I don't know exactly, but it was insane. Like it's like nowhere near like.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
there's
heard that
little
about Ariel.
pieces of it, but it's like whoa, it's like a really dark story.
Yeah.
Like way worse.
Yeah, an Italian something. Yeah, I mean, from what I've understood, a lot of those Disney films are based on like European folklore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the real old ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the real meaning behind Pinocchio? Click that. Let's just see. If you're brave and truthful and you listen to your conscience, you will find salvation. The problem is that his conscience was like kind of like forced onto him.
Yeah.
The whole thing was weird. There's a lot of weird stuff with that movie.
Oh, it's not a part of the Grimm fairy tales. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, back to the debate. So,
Yeah.
pure Disney movies.
Yep.
I keep thinking that they're all Disney princess movies. Is the problem? So
Most
I'm
of them
trying to
are,
think
but
of-
you got like the Aristocats,
Yeah, that one's
or
awful.
like Lady and the Tramp,
That one's
the
weird.
101 Dalmatians.
I liked that when I was a kid.
I'm trying to think.
I
of
liked
other-
Robin Hood when I was a
liked
kid.
Robin
I really
Hood,
liked Robin Hood.
Sword in the Stone,
I'm trying to think what else.
Tarzan.
Tarzan's good, but Phil Collins made that movie.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
for sure.
soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And then the tone they like made they made Tarzan look like Tony Hawk. Like they basically did like mocaps and stuff of Tony
didn't know
Hawk's
that.
moves. So like they tried to make the way he flows on the tree and stuff.
Oh, that
I
makes a
have
lot of
never
sense, but
known
I never
that.
would have thought that.
So
Yeah.
it's super cool whenever you just see that, the movements
Yeah.
with the music.
Pull up a list. That way I can be like, okay, which one? Because I'm not thinking of Probably all of them.
Beast is solid.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, dude, Aladdin's great.
And the remake of Aladdin is just not very good. It's
because it doesn't have Robin Williams.
Yeah, and just when they take away the animation, and you could probably relate to this as like your voices, they're all like exaggerated, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like the animation exaggerates the emotions, and then you put it into a real character, and it's the same exact lines in the same movie, and it just loses its magic.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely not Frozen. I hate that movie.
Yeah, that was.
It's annoying. It's super annoying.
I've never seen it. And I've got a girl. Oh, here's our big list.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Peter
like
Pan's
the
not
Brave
bad.
Little Toaster. That one of them? That Disney?
Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe. I think so.
Oh, the Great Mouse. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, I used to like The Rescuers.
Yeah,
The
Those
Rescuers
were
Down Under.
good movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, if Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of them, that's a good.
Oh,
that is
one
a good movie.
Pocahontas was solid.
That one has.
Dude, a Goofy movie. Goofy
I
is the most underrated character in all of Disney.
Yeah.
I'm not
He's
positive.
single dadding it up and killing life.
Yeah.
He's going to school. He's going to school, has a job, and goes on vacation with his son. Like, nobody talks about
yeah. Dude, he's doing
all
dad
the life
stuff.
that he kills.
And he's also embarrassing his son the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a classic dad move.
Love it.
Yeah, it's good. You're right. Goofy movie.
Yeah. Single dadding it up, man.
I want to say the Who Framed Roger Rabbit was like maybe Mel Blanc's last movie.
Really?
Because he's in it. He plays Bugs in it. Like it actually has the scene where they're falling in the air or whatever.
Yes.
And Daffy Duck's in it too, and he's also doing that.
Yeah.
It may be his last movie. I don't know, but
they should remake that
has
movie.
Bob Hopkins or whatever his name is. That was also the guy that was Mario in the old the live action Mario movie from the 90s. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, he was the cop in that movie.
No, he's Mario.
Well, yeah, I mean.
In this movie, yeah,
he's like
in Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
it was like him and John Leguizamo.
Well, yeah, that's the Mario.
Oh, hey, Doug's
Mario.
Doug's first movie is Disney. I used to love Doug.
Doug's first movie is. Oh, I guess it is. I thought it'd be like
it
Nickelodeon.
It was originally Nickelodeon, and then it got sold over to Disney Channel. And Billy West was like the voice of Doug and Roger.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they went to Disney, he didn't go with it.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah.
So they have like a wannabe voice. Huh?
I love the character of Roger and Doug.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
The Emperor's New Groove
Oh
was
man, I can't wait.
And Roger and the
Hey, funny. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's his leather
like
jacket.
Loser.
It's always. It's a great.
dude right here, man.
Yeah, it's a great show.
It was great. I loved that show.
I love that show. My daughter likes a lot of '90s cartoons and Nickelodeon stuff because we kind of just raised her on like stuff we watched.
Yeah,
because it's less annoying than, something that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Like Coco Melon. Oh my lord, I hate that show.
Yeah, Coco Melon.
She's obsessed with it.
It's there's something in it, man. It's like got mind trapping agents or something. I'm not joking. All kids like get hooked to it, and it's just like nursery rhymes.
Now, my daughter's favorite shows, right? Like for the last 6 months.
Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is
one
good.
of the best.
Yeah, I like Wreck-It Ralph. I haven't seen the second one though.
It's not Pixar.
But-
it looks like it's Disney.
Disney
that's straight
Animation
up Disney.
Studios.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What was I saying?
You said your daughter's favorite movies.
Oh, my daughter's favorite shows right now is like Scooby-Doo, Barney. We raised her on Barney because I grew up watching it. I still had all these stuffed animals. I had all these stuffed animals still that were in a box.
Oh, nice.
And so like she carries them around and everything.
Oh.
There's a funny story with that too. Is that she, because I can do the voice of Barney too.
Yeah.
And so I would have the doll and I'd be like,
Why, hello there, I love you.
and I'd talk like that, and she was like, she loved it. She thought it was great.
Yeah.
But I was at work, and this was when she was like a year and a half old. I was at work, and my wife calls me, and she's like, "Hey," and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Your daughter thinks you're the Barney doll." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." She keeps bringing it to me and saying, "Hey, look, Mama, Daddy."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Really?
Yeah, because I'd walk around doing Barney all the time.
Makes me think of this video that Dwayne Johnson does with his daughter, trying to tell her that he's the
the big dude. Is it
Maui? Yeah.
Maui in Moana.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch that movie now.
Oh, dude, that movie's great, and The Rock kills it.
Is Daddy Maui?
No, but you can try to sing it, Dad. Dude, that little girl knows the words.
Yeah. So speaking of, how's your singing voice?
I can sing.
No, I'm just curious because like I would have never guessed that The Rock has a halfway decent singing voice, and he did pretty good in that movie.
So I think I've always kind of been like, I've never, when I sing anything, like I feel like I'm always doing an impression of somebody else.
Yeah.
And so like I really don't know that I have like my own distinct sound of singing.
Yeah.
But like there's a video I posted that has where I'm doing Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
And it's the guy that does Chuck E. Cheese now is Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup.
Is that the lead singer
of Bowling for Soup? Yeah, it's that one right there underneath it.
Oh yeah, with his face.
Yeah. So, I did this one and I'm singing the whole the jingle from the commercials, but I'm doing it in that voice.
Yeah. Makes me want to go win some tickets.
But I do two different Chuck E. Cheese voices. There's his, which is like,
hey, what's going on, you know?
And he's like,
Chuck E. Cheese's where a kid can be a kid, you know?
And that's how he sounds. But then the old one that we kind of grew up with probably was more like,
hey, buddy, what's going on? My name's Charles E. Entertainment.
It's like totally different. It's like a different kind
Wait a minute. Do the first one again?
The first one would be,
hey, everybody, what's going on?
You know, it's like, it's not as much of an accent on it.
Right.
And then
hi, my name's Charles E. Entertainment.
Yes,
totally
different. Does have
the Chuck E. Cheese's where a kid can be a kid.
It seems like the register or the pitch is similar.
It's similar, yeah.
So I was like so
But
confused.
It's totally different, yeah.
This is again me not knowing anything. Not knowing anything, asking questions.
I've gotten my daughter like a bunch. She loves stuffed animals. Like that's her favorite thing in the world. So I get her like different stuffed animals all the time. So like I've got her like a bunch of Pokemon ones and stuff, and she knows all their names.
Nice.
She'll be like Squirtle, and you know, but I've gotten her a bunch of stuffed animals of voices that I can do specifically because she enjoys it so much. Like so I've got her like Scooby Doo, and I've got her a Bugs Bunny one, and I've got her Barney obviously, and other ones. But yeah, she enjoys it.
Like, were there any of these shows that either one of you guys that when you got home from school, like you get home at school, it's 3:30, and you got to run home and turn on the TV to watch this specific cartoon?
Cartoons usually Saturday mornings. Like I can't think of like
maybe
after school cartoons.
Well, after school, when I was a kid, they had the Fox Kids, which had like
X-Men.
They had X-Men. It had Spider-Man, the animated series.
Yeah,
which I love that show.
Even the new Disney one that they did, what's it called?
The new
like
Disney.
The Ultimate Spider-Man or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got Drake Bell.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
Really, because I remember coming home, literally getting home, like we got out at like 3:15, getting home by 3:30, sitting down and turning on like Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
And,
really?
Like, watching 30 minutes of Pokemon and then going outside and playing or whatever.
The one that I always watched, but it was before school, and so it always made me mad because it was like literally the 30-minute block before we would be leaving. So I would get to see the first 20 minutes or so, and then I'd always miss the end. So I'd have to like put in a VHS tape and try to like
record it,
and then it would record like 2 hours of nothing I wanted to watch, you know, afterwards. So it was Magic School Bus. I was like always loved like science stuff.
Yeah.
So
I love
me and my uncle, we like, it's weird because like we'll call and he'll call me and we'll talk on the phone for like 6-7 hours sometimes. Just weird, right? In the middle of the night, everybody else is asleep, and we're like, "Hey, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. We should probably go to bed now."
Yeah.
But he talks a lot about like physics and stuff. He loves physics. He's a lawyer, so he doesn't have anything. It's just he just loves learning about that. So
that's cool.
We watch a lot of like Neil deGrasse Tyson and some of that stuff.
Yeah,
so we like.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So we're gonna play a couple more games here. We're gonna do one. It's called the Name Game. We're going to go around in a circle. We're going to just name specifically Nickelodeon cartoon TV shows. We're going to keep going around in a circle until somebody can't think of one. If you can't think of one, you're out. Last man standing wins.
Okay. I can start that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, Ren, will you button me? Stimpy, I shall kill you!
Ren and Stimpy.
Okay, I was gonna say, do I gotta do the impression?
I'm like, I can't do the impression.
I was thinking of the Wild Thornberries, and they
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
yeah. Wild Thornberries has that little kid who just goes wah wah.
Was Donovan? Or is it Donovan?
I don't
Is
remember
his
his name.
I don't remember the kid's name.
He was just wild.
Yeah.
I don't think he talked.
Wild Thornberries. Okay, I'll say the Angry Beavers.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Angry Beavers. Well, Doug.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is Doug Funny. I'm an average 11-and-a-half-year-old.
Roger.
11 and a half the whole show.
11 and a half for like 4 seasons. And Skeeter. Skeeter was great.
Oh yeah, Skeeter. Hey Arnold.
Oh dude, I love Hey Arnold. I've literally bought the whole series of Hey Arnold, and I watched all of them.
Wow.
As like before I had my daughter.
I always wanted his bedroom. He had the coolest bedroom ever with
had
like
the flip out couch thing.
Yeah, and then the glass top roof that would open up.
Oh, that's true.
That was such a
that was awesome.
He lived in the attic though. That's the funny part, because if you remember, like he pulls down the stairs.
Yeah.
He lives in the attic.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, "Oh, this is the coolest room ever." You know.
Oh,
it really was.
The entrance is a little sketchy, but once you're out there, you're good.
No, I had a buddy of mine that had they converted an attic into a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
They had one window, so you just threw a window unit in, and that place was always freezing cold.
Nice.
So speaking of, like, I know you said something earlier about it not being insulated well, but I guess it's my turn. I'll say the Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Okay.
Nickelodeon.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of running out of ideas.
We said them all.
No, Nickelodeon was my jam too. It has to be a cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I picked cartoons based on him doing cartoon voices. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of the other Nickelodeon ones that I know the voices of. Which
What was it was kind of live
what
action.
about Rocket Power?
Oh,
that
Rocket
show?
Power was awesome.
I loved that show when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
Rocket Power.
Like the extreme.
Oh, I loved it because of skateboarding and stuff.
Yeah, doing all
And
the
then
extreme sports.
also just the whole like Hawaiian vibes. And were they in Hawaii or California?
I think
they're
it was
Hawaii.
It makes me think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were definitely like that, laid back.
That's one I haven't really watched since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't see it on.
I haven't seen any of these shows since I was a kid. It makes me wonder if they hold up.
Oh, dude, Ren and Stimpy is still great.
Well, Ren and Stimpy was kind of like. That seems like one of those shows that should have been on like Adult Swim.
Yeah, that was Billy West too.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy, he did both of them.
They were just a little rude, but it's like there wasn't a lot of adult content. It was just rude.
I think there were a lot of innuendos.
Ren and Stimpy is a good example of like what I was talking about earlier, where you take a voice and it's already an existing voice and change it, the pitch of it. So, Stimpy the cat is actually just Billy West says it's an amped up Larry Fine from the Three Stooges. So Larry, the one with the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
didn't know
he
his last name
takes
was fine. You threw
I
me
didn't
off by
either.
saying his last name.
Yeah, he takes that voice and then just pitches it up.
Okay.
Because like Larry's like, "Hey Mo, I broke. It's Shimpy's come back to haunt us."
Yeah.
It's like that. He
Yeah,
always said
you're
weird
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he would always say weird stuff. Like, and he didn't talk. He was like the funniest sometimes of them. Like everybody loves Curly and loves.
Yeah.
But they don't care about Larry.
Yeah.
No.
But Larry had some funny lines and stuff.
Really? I have to go back and
I'm
watch
a big
it.
Stooge fan.
He was just the big dumb one, though. I think that's why no one liked him, right?
He played the Stradivarius.
Yeah.
My Stradivarius! My beautiful Stradivarius!
But it's like real high, and then Stimpy's my, "Hey Ren, will you button me?"
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of thing that.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. I picked a nose goblin.
Stuff like that. So it's like way higher pitched, but it's the same voice.
It's those nose goblins instead.
Yeah,
Those nose goblins.
like,
Well, no, because
Boing.
it ends up being gross. Like they zoom in on stuff and it's just disgusting. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
that's another thing that like made people think it was like not for kids. It was just how nasty it
'Cause it
was
got
with that
gross.
zoom
It
in.
really
But that's
wasn't for
everything.
kids. It really wasn't. If you watch it, it's not really for kids.
Yeah.
That show's coming back too. They actually are making. They have new episodes coming out.
Oh, really?
Barney
and
is too.
And it's Billy West still doing both
Oh,
voices.
wow.
Oh, nice.
And
Wow.
they're also bringing back Futurama.
Oh, nice.
They've already.
I
they've already
have
made
heard
them.
this.
They've already made the episodes, and they're
Because
like,
it's supposed to tie in to the show.
yeah, it's gonna just take over exactly where it ended. And it's all the same writers and the same people.
But the last
Wow.
finale was awesome.
oh yeah,
Where it kind of like made the whole show like a
closed loop.
Yeah, a loop.
A time loop.
They're just playing over and over again if you watch it.
Oh wow,
So
no,
That's
itself.
easy to fix though.
Well, yeah, I know, but I just thought it was a really cool ending to like a series.
Yeah, I know. The time travel thing is like.
I started watching it again recently.
Like, do you watch The Flash, the new one?
no.
You don't watch that?
I'm not a big DC person. I'm Marvel.
But The Flash is pretty good.
I do want to see the new Flash movie though.
Yeah.
It looks pretty wild.
I don't really like the guy playing Flash, but
Yeah.
I want to see it because of Michael Keaton.
He's been getting a lot of hate. The guy
reason.
who plays Flash has been getting a lot of hate for just being a weirdo.
He's
And
crazy or
yeah,
something. Like
he's like lost.
he's
his mind.
gotten arrested like 2 or 3 times, and like he almost screwed the whole movie from being even released. So yeah, that's not.
So we've stalled long enough.
No, but there was something I was thinking of earlier and I forgot. So with the movie, with the cartoon,
Nickelodeon cartoons.
I've got another one, but I'll let you try.
I think I might be out. But you guys remember the Nickelodeon show where there was the action figures?
Yeah, Action Now.
Yeah, Action Now, dude, that was my favorite.
Oh, thank you, All Real Monsters. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I was gonna say
until you said
Rocco's
something.
Modern World or Modern Life or
Modern
whatever.
Life.
Modern Life. I remember that.
Isn't that one supposed to have like a lot of innuendos too?
I haven't seen that in a long time. I haven't seen it since I
I
was
don't
a
know
kid.
about all these innuendos.
If it did, I probably never caught them when I was a kid.
That's the thing is I never did either. So
No, I didn't.
Whenever I watched, I've been having my daughter watch Rugrats, and I never realized when I was a kid, but how much they get away with saying shit.
the parents
Because one of the doctor or somebody's name is Dr.
Oh, Dr.
Lipschitz.
Lipschitz, yeah.
Dr. Lipschitz, and I was like, oh my lord, how'd they get away with
I always
how'd they get by
remember
the
that.
censors doing that?
And they
man?
like worship Dr. Lipschitz.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
think
he's
he's
the
the
greatest children's doctor ever.
Yeah.
He was like a children's psychiatrist. He wasn't even a doctor. They would just like read his books and stuff.
This is that Action League Now.
I have never seen that.
Oh, you haven't?
I've
It was
never
great.
even
It's
heard
like
of that.
stop motion.
When did that come out?
It's like the
2003, 2004.
But it was like mini episodes. They would like bust in on like all that or something. It would be one of those that they would show it during commercial breaks. On
I feel
Nickelodeon.
like I remember them doing full episodes.
They might have done that.
They might have
too,
done that
but-
as well, but it was like stop motion.
Yeah, it was stop
Like
motion
a
action figures.
more terrible version of like Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken's actually really good.
Kablam! So it was Kablam. It was a mini show within Kablam.
You're right.
Okay.
Kablam was
Yes,
the show.
that was it. So I do remember them doing little tidbits, and it would be like during commercial break, it'd come back, and then all of a sudden a 5-minute episode of.
Oh, the Angry Beavers. There's one.
Is an animated sketch comedy television
he said
series that
Angry Beavers.
ran.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Another one would be obviously like SpongeBob.
Yes.
Oh,
it
it
is
is
the-
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
SpongeBob.
like the flagship show.
Now, yeah, it's like
For,
they
like-
stopped after him.
I remember when that show first came out. Like,
Yeah, I freaking lose. This guy
I was
killed me.
I was a kid. Like, I remember they like hyped it all summer,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a marketing thing where it was like SpongeBob before the show actually had come out or anything. Like, they had him in between every show. Like, they were like, it's the SpongeBob something of summer, and like they were counting down the days
Oh,
till
it was.
the first
I
episode.
know what you're talking about. That
And it was
SpongeBob
it
summer.
was strange.
I
Like,
remember
but yeah, and then they finally like it was all counting down to like the first episode.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was like, when I first saw that, I was like, man, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh, well-
Nickelodeon was great at bringing you in to like be part of their production without having to watch the show. They would just have like these campaigns. Like, remember that guy Boney? And it'd be like Boney running for president. And then they would just
no.
play like stuff, and it was like you would be like wrapped up in all this Nickelodeon stuff that wasn't even a show. Yeah, that
Like
dude.
this
He
guy?
looks awful.
I don't
even
remember this at all.
that.
Oh my God.
Gosh,
I don't remember this at all.
frightening.
No, but like they had a lot of TV shows that I enjoyed, like that, like Figure It Out.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah.
They did Double Dare.
Uh-huh.
No,
They-
yeah, Double Dare and Double Dare 2000.
Yeah, Double Dare
Remember that
2000 is the one that I watched with the guy that did. It was Summer Sanders, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh no, you're thinking of the one where they're all on teams with the different colored shirts.
No, that is Temples of the Hidden Doom or
Not that one.
Legend of the
Legends
Hidden
of the
Doom.
Hidden Temple.
Not that one.
Yeah, there's no Doom in it. Okay.
No, there's no Doom. There's the Doom is just the temple itself. But no, there was one where they would be on teams, and it was like a summer camp type thing. I think Summer Sanders has hosted that one too.
Oh, this is not who I was thinking of. Who's that? Who's the guy that I'm thinking of that did like?
Double Dare 2000? Are you talking about the original Double Dare? Because there's that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what his name
I don't
is.
know.
Hold on. There was
You're
Mark
thinking of
Summers. That's
Mark
who you're thinking.
Summers.
Mark Summers.
I know Summers something. Yeah, this is the guy I was thinking of. But you said there was one where they did teams?
Yeah, just search like, here, let's look at all these right here, these TV shows.
Family Double Dare.
Super sloppy
that.
double dare?
Oh.
What?
It's getting wild.
You're getting
God.
weird with it.
Yeah, search like Nickelodeon competition shows. This dude was all over Nickelodeon. I could have swore he was the host of this one too. But it might even be the host of Reading Rainbow was the host of it.
Reading Rainbow. I remember that too. Finders Keepers. I remember that.
Dude, Nickelodeon used to be awesome.
I love
Slime
it.
Time Live. That was a great. I
Yeah.
remember, and that was kind of like that was just where they were just sliming people. That was literally all the show was.
Well, I remember
pretty
them doing sliming and Figure It Out when they would get like,
Yeah.
I say the cast of all that, and they'd ask them questions, and if they get it wrong, they get slimed.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That was it, dude. These kids was wild and they was crazy.
I've never even heard of this show.
Yeah.
It makes me think of the Wild and Crazy guy.
Look, is it the
Steve
guy
Martin.
from Reading Rainbow? Oh no, it's not. It's
He's a kid and all that.
no, that Cuban Gooding Jr.'s brother.
Is that Arnold?
Yeah,
That
that's
is.
Arnold.
No, oh my God.
Wait, I do remember this show.
Yeah, it was a competition.
Yes.
They would get like
He
Team
was
Yellow,
always
Team
doing
Red.
stuff outside.
Yeah,
I can't
It was
say
like
that
a
I
summer
remember
camp.
this one. I mean, if I saw it, I might be like, yeah, I kind of remember that. But
I kind of remember it, but you're right. It does look like.
Is that Cuban Gooding Jr. or is that the guy from Reading Rainbow?
Well, it's not the guy from Reading Rainbow. The guy
One
from
or the
Reading
other.
I have
Rainbow
no idea.
is. Hold on. I know that guy's name from Reading Rainbow.
y'all remember that guy Joe Scruggs?
No.
You don't remember that?
It's LeVar Burton is from Reading
He,
Rainbow.
like, it was. He used to make us watch it when I was in school.
What was it called?
Oh, his name is Joe Scruggs. He did like the Bahamas Pajamas song.
Oh, really?
It was funny. It's like these two birds on his shoulders, and he's singing about love in the Bahamas, but they are like almost deaf, and so they're like in his pajamas so they're like trying to sing the same line he is, but they're always mishearing it.
Oh.
And it's pretty funny.
It's funny. It's Omar Gooding, so it is Cuban Gooding.
It is
Jr.'s
Cuban
brother.
Gooding Jr.'s brother.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny. I just saw him and thought it was funny to say that he looks like Cuban Gooding Jr.
Yeah,
And
it does.
literally is his brother.
He does. So one last thing you
Toby
were talking
Maguire
about.
was in it. Oh, sorry.
You were talking about.
Wait, what? Toby Maguire was on it?
on one episode.
Oh, he's probably like hosting or something.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
probably,
Mark Summers was on an episode.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, he was in 1992?
Yeah, it's old school.
I don't know if anybody knew who he was then.
This shows it says it went on to the year 2002.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Legendary.
Yeah.
Underrated.
I wonder if he was a contestant as a
This was
child.
Wild and Crazy Kids? Or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Wild and Crazy Kids. I
It
bet he
was on
was.
that long, and I don't remember
Aaron
it.
Carter was on it. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT.
I bet they were contestants on it, like
I
kids.
remember back when it was like Aaron Carter was like the coolest thing ever for like a couple of years.
Oh, I remember that.
All the
seeing that
kids
music
were like,
video for
"Oh, it's so great," you know.
What, I Want Candy?
no for Aaron's party.
Aaron's
Yeah,
Party.
yeah.
It's like I remember seeing that, and then they would do.
And the How I Beat Shaq.
Yeah.
The,
Oh, yeah.
That's like the
that
best.
was a Nickelodeon thing, too. They'd
Yeah.
always play that during the commercials.
they would do the Who Let Dogs Out during the commercials. But do you know what
Yeah.
that song's really about?
Nuh-uh, letting dogs out.
No, listen to it. It's about like Who Let the Dogs Out is talking about who let these ugly chicks into the club.
Oh god,
Oh, man, that's great.
no, it's great. Okay.
It's great because it's like they're Jamaican guys, and you know how
Mm.
Jamaicans are all about those like carnival dance clubs or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what
part
it
of their
is.
culture. So it's great to see that they're actually talking about like, yeah. What makes you
Well, the
think
party
that, though?
was nice. The party was bumping. Yippee-i-oh, and everybody was having a ball. I tell the fellas, start the name calling. And the girls respond with the call. I heard a woman shout out, who let the dogs out?
Well, I don't know. That makes it sound like
they're
it
saying
sounds like
about
they're
him.
the dogs, and the girls are calling out to them, saying that they're the perverted dogs.
Yeah, like you dirty.
They're
dog.
like calling them, like kind of like
Oh, like
"Ow,
dirty
ow, ow."
dogs?
You know how like the old wolf, like animated wolf, with the eyes popping out of his head.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're saying. The girls were calling them that.
Remember the sheepdog on the Looney Tunes? he's like, I'm a sheepdog. Yeah. It's like a great character too.
Is it sad that like Six Flags has gone away from it? Like, did you grow up going to Six Flags?
Yeah, but I went to Six Flags last year with my uncle and everybody, and they still had Bugs Bunny and Daffy and all them in character walking around. So whenever we saw them. Every time I saw one of them, I'd walk up and start doing the voice.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, they loved it. I'm gonna have to film that next time I go. I'm just be like, hey,
let me put the costume on, dude.
My uncle was like, he's like, he actually went and found somebody on LinkedIn that was like high up in Six Flags, and he's gonna try to send him my videos. And I was like, I don't really want to work at Six Flags.
No, but maybe you could do.
But it would be cool. It would be cool if I could like, hey, I'm gonna pre-record some stuff, send it to you. I don't have to go up there.
Right.
Yeah, they just play
and just be like, hey, I'm gonna. Because they used to do like the shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think they do that anymore.
I was even just thinking like there's like a log ride you're riding on, and
they
shoot you.
They closed the Yosemite Sam.
They closed that. It was like my favorite ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like you had them like yelling at you, and then they'd shoot like little water
Yosemite
guns
Sam
at you.
went that way with the gold.
Yeah, and it would blow up. And
Yeah.
It was so sketchy. By the time that
I hate that rap. All that stuff.
By the time they closed it, all those animatronics looked so bad because they were like in a tunnel with water.
Yeah.
Which I guess apparently molds costumes.
Yeah.
I rode that ride like not long before they closed it. I went and rode it. It's still great.
I loved it because it was
love it.
sketchy and it was old school and it was like.
I only remember doing it one time. I took my dad, and my dad doesn't like roller coasters. That's the one ride that he got on the entire day. And he hated it.
I love animatronics.
But got one more
school.
thing that I saw online. It's this. There's an Instagram called the Albums of Bikini Bottom. So basically what it is it's these guys that do they just do animations of album covers but with SpongeBob characters. So I pulled a few of these out. One, just to get your reaction on it and tell me if you recognize some of these. But he does a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean like.
Are all these albums?
Like this is a Slayer album.
Some of them I don't.
This is an American Arson album.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, so a lot of this, I mean, some of it's like you can tell that some of it's dark metal, some obscure stuff. But I pulled out some fun ones that I recognized, like
Pantera.
Yeah.
This is Cowboys from Hell. Here's one that I thought was funny.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
This is Tragic Kingdom.
That's cool.
Hold on, I got a couple more that I. Here's Follow the Leader.
Oh yeah, Korn.
That's awesome.
I loved that.
Do you recognize this one?
Like the look of it too. Yeah,
no,
I never listened to it, but I do know the album. He had like a bloody nose.
He's got a bloody nose on it instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got long hair and a bloody nose. That's literally all it is. I remember the song New York City's on it. He's just saying, I love New York City over and over again. You recognize this album?
Deftones,
yeah.
And then the other one that I saw that I thought was good.
It's like Minerva, right? Is that the album?
No, it's
nautical
nonsense. It's a
nonsense.
self-titled.
Oh, okay. Minerva's a song on that album.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this one here.
Nautical nonsense.
That's great.
Yeah. So these were some that I pulled off of it, but like this is a Slayer album of some kind. I don't know this one.
I don't know.
Taneo Cruz.
Yeah, so far none
Here's
of them.
Skillet's Awake. This looks like a mummy on it. If you've ever seen that album.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I know that one.
I don't know who's
the
peeking
frog
through.
one I think is Silverchair. But that would be a weird album for them to have. But there's a Silverchair album that looks like that. Yeah, it's Silverchair.
I think it is.
Frog album.
Have y'all heard the?
But it's white, isn't it?
I don't think it's white. I think. Oh, it is white. Yeah.
I was thinking it was
looking
Run the
different.
Jewels.
So maybe that's not that album. Run the Jewels hip hop duo.
Oh no, it's a red background, so no, it's not that either. Oh.
I don't know who that group is. Never heard of them.
Run the Jewels has Killer Mike and somebody else in it. Rammstein. Here's Mudvayne.
Oh
with
yeah.
what's his face with Squidward in the background. So there's a lot of these on here. Like I went through this and I'm like,
Justin Bieber,
geez.
My World with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't
Who
even.
is that? Oh yeah.
It's
That's off of
from the Amazing World of Gumball, isn't it?
Oh, that's Mordecai and Rigby from, isn't it?
Oh, from
the regular
Adventure
show.
Time? Okay, there you go.
You try to throw it out from... Nope. Wrong.
What network are all those on?
Mordecai and Rigby.
Cartoon Network.
I think it would have been Cartoon Network or Adult Swim or whatever.
And Adventure Time's on Cartoon Network?
Adventure Time's Cartoon Network.
I've never really watched
Amazing
Adventure Time.
I never have either.
Yeah, I never got into it.
I played a game, Adventure Time game, as like an RPG. So I felt like I learned a little bit about it because, like, I don't know, you just learned about the different characters and stuff, but that's about all.
Yeah, but you can. I went down a rabbit hole on this one day, just looking at them all. And
I mean,
I'm like, holy
none
cow.
of them are standing out to me. These are
like
definitely
this
Static X.
The Static X or this Yellow Card album. This one had City of the Devil, I think is what it.
I'm not familiar with it at all.
No, I thought it was a good album.
Was it Yellow Tree?
Yellow Card.
Yellow Card, not Yellow Tree.
They do like Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you like that
Make
band.
a band.
Oh, really?
Yellow Card.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to like Yellow Card. I mean, they're not like the greatest, but I mean they were fun. But yeah, so if you want to go down a rabbit hole, look these guys up. Oh, here's the Blue album.
Yep, that was a legend.
I didn't even notice that.
That was a good one.
Convictions. That's a
Kenny G album.
that makes sense for him to be on Kenny G too.
Yeah.
Some Biohazard. City in Color. Are you familiar with this guy?
I am.
So do you know why the band's called City in Color? It's just one guy. His name's I think his name's Dallas Green. So Dallas is the city, and then Color is his last name. I want to say it's Dallas Green or Dallas Black or something. Yeah.
City Sandcaller.
I want to say it's something like that. Yeah, that Dallas Green. So that's why the band's City in Color.
Okay.
I think it's clever, but that's just me.
Yeah, that is.
But
I like the name Dallas.
yeah. So, man, I really appreciate you coming out and hanging with us. It was really bizarre to see you do some of these voices because it does feel like I'm in like a different world. It feels like I do have a character sitting next to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw in there you were like, "What's your best impressions?" Like, I'm gonna do Scooby Doo and Shaggy.
Oh, do them, yeah.
Like,
yeah. Let's go ahead and end on that. What are some of your best impressions?
Well, before we end too,
Go
I
ahead.
think did you not sent you that video earlier?
Oh yeah.
So we asked to also
did you
do that.
Did you just text it to me?
What is it?
I texted to you earlier. It's just it's just like, I saw my own version of Cocaine Bear. So
yeah.
So look at this. I was mountain biking the other day. Check out this owl. Dude, check this thing out. Can you turn it up? Listen to it tripping.
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to help you. Holy crap.
It's like, what?
He's clicking at me. This is Owl LSD, dude. It's the sequel to Cocaine Bear. This thing's on LSD. It was just sitting on its head for no reason.
Oh my god.
To my bike.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Dude, it scared the crap out of me. I'm like super close to it too, because I flipped
That's
it over with the
crazy.
stick. Dude, it was just sitting on its head,
Owls
clicking
are
at
predators.
me. Yeah.
They're predator animals. So like, I would not be surprised if he attacked.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure he didn't.
it was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
So either way, I thought this would be a good sequel
That
to
is
Cocaine
cool.
Bear, Owl LSD.
LSD. It's
Yes.
owls on LSD.
Yes, because this thing was tripping. He was sitting on his head, and I flip him over, and he
LSD.
just clicks at me. And
That's
dude,
funny.
you saw him mean mug me the whole time. It honestly scared me. I was like, I gotta walk past.
Bringing it all back around.
Okay, so
But
now to the
Take
the
us
final
out with
impressions.
your best impressions.
All right. So Scooby and Shaggy are gonna be like Scooby Doo. Where are you, man?
Over here. Scooby Dooby Doo.
There's that. And,
You sound nothing like Matthew
oh no,
Lillard.
I'm going for Casey
No, I know.
Kasem.
Matthew
Casey Kasem. No, but
like Scoob.
Casey Kasem. I like Casey Kasem because he was American Top 40. My dad, when I was like, basically now with Sirius Radio, they do like the American Top 40 and they replay all of his.
Yeah.
Man, they're awesome. Like,
Wow.
Casey Kasem's counting down all the top 40 hits.
Oh, nice.
Like, coming in this week at number 3. He's like, it's really great. He's always like,
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
it's a great voice.
yeah.
But yeah, there's that, and then I was doing Barney earlier, like,
I love you, you love me.
That one makes me feel weird.
yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah,
Is it
and
because
then
he's telling you that he loves you?
Yeah.
yeah. And of course, I already did Bugs and Daffy, and Porky Pig,
That's all, folks.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trying to think what are some of the other ones on my videos. I always forget which ones I can do because I do some. I can do a bunch. Like, and these aren't even like the surface of
Hank?
what. Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know what the hell, Bobby. I can kind of do that.
Say, I'm not gay, I sell propane.
I'm not gay. I sell propane.
No, I think of the. Have you seen it where he's like he's grilling steak, and his son's like asking him, "Hey, so how do you? What if somebody asks for their steak well done?"
You politely ask them to leave.
Yeah.
Something like
Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. So Popeye.
Popeye.
I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eats me spinach.
My voice is really like I getting over a sinus infection, so that one's hard to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really do that one, but I don't know if y'all ever watched Get Smart. Y'all ever heard of that?
No.
I only know of it
so
because of Steve Carell when they redid it.
So the original show, that's that guy, but he
Yeah.
also did Inspector Gadget, the old cartoon voice
Okay.
of Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Like,
Go, Gadget.
trying to
yeah.
think of some of the word.
Right this way, Penny.
You know, it's like so he did that voice and Mario. Like
Yeah,
that one's
good.
just like Mario's like easy to do. My brother was like, that's like the easiest impression. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I put it out because the movie was coming out.
Let's hear
That'd
it.
be
What is
marketing.
it?
Yeah.
Let's see, Mario would be like,
Woohoo!
Oh.
Yip-ha! Wow!
You don't even have to say anything.
It's me, Mario time.
you know,
What's funny is like Nintendo's
great.
came under fire for like just using the same clips from their history of
yeah,
Mario games.
Charles Martinet. The guy
And
that
they
does
just
it.
have like a library of clips, and then they just put them into new Mario games.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier that I could kind of do Adam West, and I never did it.
Do that
okay,
one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me see if I can
Right this way, old chum. You know, that's Ben Warding when he was Batman, but like Adam West on Family Guy would be like, I'm trying to think of some of the lines they did. Not the Griffins, you moron. The rest of my light, bright pieces. Our name isn't Adam Wee. You know, it's like crap like that. My name's not Adam Wee, or is it? Who am I? There's a clip where he's like, the Bible declares an eye for an eye. We'll take out our vengeance on this murderous sea. And he like walks over to the water and he starts stabbing it with a knife. You'll never take anyone's life again. It's like crap like that. Stuff is funny.
Oh man, dude, this is
Freaking
great.
Yeah, this is fun.
If you know anybody that books voice actors, you need to reach out to him. You need to reach out to Korey. Like I said, I'll post his information in the description. But dude, this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
Hearing some of this stuff and like going back to like being a kid.
Yeah.
The Adam West was weird because I mean I've seen the Adam West Batman, but I can't. I mean, I think I've seen the episode that you're talking about where he's stabbing water, and I'm like, just
Is
killing
it
me
because
right
somebody
now.
drowned?
One of my somebody had drowned in the city, and so he's like doing the funeral, and he's like comes up there and says that.
Oh man, he's
There's
seeking
another one
vengeance.
where like it's always in cutaway scenes with him, but like you said, that's all Family Guy is almost.
Yeah.
But there's one where he's like, Meg walks out into the middle of the street, and there's like a car that like dodges her and like hits a tree and like smashes into the tree, and Adam West jumps out of it, and he's like. She's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yes, luckily this tree was my destination." And then he just like climbs up the tree and starts looking around. There's some funny stuff like that.
Oh man, yeah,
it's
his character is pretty good on the
It's
show.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm sad that he died.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I got to meet him though.
Oh,
at
that's cool.
Comic-Con. Yeah, I went to Comic-Con and got to meet him.
Did you do your Adam West for Adam West?
No.
You wouldn't dare.
Is that
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't dare
is that
do
like
that.
real corny? Okay.
He'd be like, "That's not very good, son." You know?
Yeah.
No,
Back
he
of the
was.
line.
Yeah. No,
Well, I'm not signing this for you now.
yeah.
Kind of mentality. But
I
yeah,
should
man.
have got him to sign something, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had.
It's fine. It's always awkward meeting celebrities. I feel like. It's like, hey,
I
sign this and
want to
leave.
meet Billy West.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, this is why I'm doing this. Is because you made this video.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that earlier. So he found an old video of you, and you're like, "This ain't my best stuff."
No, you can look it up.
Did you send one back to him though? Did you send him like an updated one to be like, "Hey, listen, I've gotten better."
I've thought about reaching out to his agent.
Yeah.
Sending it that way because I don't. He's not really on social media. He has an Instagram, but it's like the last time he posted anything was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's
not really. He's like
guy.
in his 70s or something.
Yeah, he ain't into social.
What character did you do, Doug?
Doug.
Yeah, Doug. Oh, look at go to YouTube. Go to Variety. Type in Variety or something like that.
I don't think
it's right there, and I'm on the thumbnail. That's me.
Oh, what? That's insane.
Yeah, the Doug. That's me when I was like 13 or 14 years old. So it's terrible.
You're like, now you're gonna play it.
It's terrible. I think it's terrible compared to now because like.
I mean, it sounds like we need to find...
I was like going through puberty at that time, so I'm like, don't sound the... that's me when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Hi, my name is Doug Funny. I just love running around with my friend Skeeter in my dog pork chop. I really like Patty Mayonnaise. She's probably one of the prettiest girls in all the world.
That was really darn good. Bravo. Thank you for your bravery. Doug, as it was described to me originally...
That's just those words. That's all it is.
Yeah, hearing that, I was like...
Oh,
so
that's
I was
pretty
like,
good.
That's so wild for,
but yeah,
for them
Doug
to dig
now,
up that old video of you.
Yeah, I know.
And then to see that,
odd.
that's
like,
crazy.
But it was so cool. I saw it at Christmas time this last year, and I was like... But it had been out for like 2 years.
It's been out for 2 years
I had no idea.
Man.
Because they didn't like link me or anything on there, so I had no idea.
That is awesome.
But it was cool, yeah.
Yeah, they should have...
Vanity Fair, too.
Yeah, they should have linked people.
I thought it was right. It's Vanity Fair. Okay.
Vanity Fair, yeah. Dang, that's awesome. What a weird way to... Shouldn't say a weird way, just an obscure way. Odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have videos on your YouTube as well? Or do you do most of it on Instagram now?
I have YouTube, but it's all of them, pretty much everything. It's just Korey Durham Voices. So if you look at that on like Facebook, YouTube, but on that Linktree link, it has all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I put pretty much anything. Like I've kind of been like, you know what, put it on all platforms.
Right.
Because you're just opening it up to new people, you know.
Yeah.
So I have it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Sweet.
And then I put them on Twitter. I actually recently started, was like, you know what, maybe I should put on some of these alt tech stuff. So I was like, Rumble. I've got it on Rumble.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I've got it on some of those. I'm like,
Rumble's taking off. So,
you know, why not be one of the first impersonators on there? Because there's not any of that. It's mainly political stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So
100%.
Yeah. It's exhausting. There was just one place where I upload it and it just goes to all of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
Facebook and Instagram does that. So like you can, I'll upload one and it shoots it to both.
Right.
And even on the stories, it does that. TikTok, I don't really get on there very much, but it's, I have a couple of them that have a lot of views.
Right.
Instagram is where I've kind of like all of a sudden like 3 or 4 videos that I posted in a row were like they get like tens of thousands of views all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Holy cow!
Wow.
I think it has to do with like using hashtags.
Yeah.
You got to do that. But yeah, like I went to bed one night and I was at like 3,000 followers, and when I woke up I was like 18,000. I was like, what the hell?
Holy cow!
Oh, wow.
Now I'm at like 40 something.
Oh,
that's wild.
In 6 months, and it's just like I'm not doing like really that much marketing or anything. Like I put it on like Facebook and stuff like that, but it's mainly from like just people watching it. I don't sharing it.
You got to get it into the algorithm somehow.
Yeah.
Dang.
I kind of post one I try to post one every week. I haven't lately, but try to post one like every week so that it's kind of the reels really do well.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Like on YouTube.
That's what we do.
YouTube's crazy too, because like when you go on YouTube, it's like you'll post a video and it's like an hour long, or anything that's like really long, it doesn't do very well.
Yeah.
But then you post like the shorts, and it's like they do really, like in comparison.
Yeah.
They do really well.
Yeah.
I think it's just that's the style people are watching.
I
want short form stuff.
It's short form.
I do the reels on Instagram. Maybe I should start posting those on YouTube as shorts as well.
Yeah. Like I had one that I did with somebody else. It's like a Barney. I'm doing the Barney voice, but it was someone else like did animation, and so I saw their video and they were just talking in a normal voice as the voice of Barney, and so I messaged them. I was like, hey, I do Barney's voice. Do you want me to dub it over and just kind of I'll do it. And they were like, yeah. And so when I did, they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. They're like, I want you to do this on all my videos. And I was like, all right.
Well, that's gonna cost you some money.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm doing that, and I've got another YouTube thing that I've did where I'm playing a serial killer of all things, which is totally weird.
Oh, cool.
But it's called the Cassius Files.
Really?
It's like a kind of like a found lost footage murder mystery type thing. It's I don't know. It's gonna be kind of neat, I think. But
wow,
it's not really an animated show. It's more like a documentary type thing. But it's made. It's just an independent thing somebody's making on YouTube. I did it for free, so it's fun, you know. See, it gives me some practice. You know?
For sure.
I heard recently Dana Carvey has a podcast that's coming out. It may already be out, where it's like him and his son are doing it, and it's like 6 or 8 episodes, and it tells a story. And he does a lot of the voice acting.
I love Dana Carvey.
He does a lot of voice acting.
I grew up
and I'm
watching
like, that sounds like something that would be up your alley.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
Doing some sort of because it's just audio podcast, so it's not video at all.
Yeah.
So it takes it would be a lot less production to have to do, just doing the voice recordings, but that gets your voice to moving around and doing all the different voices and whatnot.
For sure. Yeah.
So a lot of avenues that you're going to be able to see him on in the future.
We hope. We hope.
He's about to take off, and then he's going to remember the small guys, Dudes and Brews.
If it ever happens, I'll come back.
Let's hope so. But again, man, dude, I really appreciate you coming on. This has been a blast.
Yeah, anytime.
Make sure to follow him. It's Korey Durham Voice.
Durham. Korey Durham Voices.
Korey Durham. Korey with a K.
Korey Durham Voices.
Voices. And that's on all platforms.
Yep.
You can find us on Instagram and Untappd at _Dudes and Brews. But thanks for joining. We're out.
Peace.
We appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Dudes and Brews. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Dudes and Brews. We would love if you would subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to help us out just a little more, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, all of the subscribing and resubscribing and stuff, but it helps in these little algorithms games for like climbing the charts, because again, we are organic and we are where we are because of you guys.
Yeah, we really do appreciate your support. Shout us out. We really do love it when you guys interact with us, when you add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff, all the stuff the kids are doing. We like grabbing that stuff and we put it up for you guys. So we appreciate you so much. Keep having fun, drinking them brews, hanging with them dudes. Tune in next week for another episode of Dudes and Brews.